Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. The Seamaster 2017 ITTF World Tour Grand Finals coming to you live from Astana, Kazakhstan. I'm your commentator, Adam Bobro, and those young players right there are going to be two exciting players to watch. It's Tomokazu Harimoto on the left and Yuto Kizukuri on the right. Yuto Kizukuri, 18 years old, slightly taller, 14-year-old Tomokazu Harimoto. Very aggressive, very consistent, and their opponents, Yuya Oshima in the front and Masataka Morizono on the left. Now, interestingly enough, Masataka Morizono and Yuya Oshima have a much longer history of playing together. I think that is not the interesting part, that is to be expected. Interestingly enough, both Harimoto and Kizukuri have beaten Shushin and Fan Zhendong twice this year on the World Tour. Once in front of the home crowd in China, and despite having beaten both of those players in doubles, they didn't manage to take a title on the World Tour. But the same cannot be said for Yuya Oshima and Masataka Morizono. They took two titles, one in India and one in Qatar. Early on, two tournaments in a row, two of the first three of the year. So we will see. Yuto Kizukuri is improving quite quickly, and every time I've seen him play doubles with Harimoto, he's been the stronger doubles player, it seemed, a bit more consistent and threatening. On the side of Masataka Morizono, you can see in the back there, you can see the leg muscles bulging. Both him and Yuya Oshima very fast off the table. Kizukuri's bulked up quite a bit. And the flexibility and agility that's being demonstrated right now at the top of the screen by Morizono is something that's very important in the Japanese national team, the stretching. There's Evgeny Chikishev from Russia, our umpire for the match, getting prepared. And our assistant from Iran, it's Simin Rezai. Again, we've been able to see her many times on the World Tour. They're getting more and more consistently experienced umpires to take care of the big matches on the World Tour. $1 million this tournament. And the winner of the men's singles and women's singles will each get $100,000. Harimoto has an interesting match. In the men's singles, he will be playing against the hometown favorite here, the only Kazakh player in the tournament, Kirill Gerasimenko. And while that might seem like a blowout match considering many of the players that Harimoto has beaten, I will tell you, the last time they played, it was dangerously close. Kirill Gerasimenko had some big chances, game points, and wasn't able to take games, and still went all the way to game 7 against Harimoto. Harimoto getting bigger and stronger, while Yuto Kizukuri, the quads you can see right now, just crazy leg power from him. I think the physical fitness on the World Tour is getting greater and greater. Masataka Morizono, definitely a lot of strength as well in the game. Interestingly enough, it just shows some of their latest results where they were not champions. Morizono works so hard on every shot. You'll see him get down on the receive, tapping both of his feet quickly. It's amazing to me that he's able to stay loose enough to play. But talking to Timo last night extensively about preparation for matches, sometimes players like a little bit more tension. Timo does push-ups before his matches sometimes, depending, during his warm-up. And as well, right before he walks in, you'll see him doing 10 push-ups here and there, sometimes a little bit more. Morizono wiping the dust off the bottom of the shoes with his sweaty hand. Make sure he's got traction, isn't slipping at all. So this will be a best-of-5 match. The qualifiers all around. This is the number 2 seeds in black, Oshima and Morizono. They had match points against the world champions in Suzhou in 2015 and weren't able to take them down. That was Zhang Jike and Shushin. Fans trying to capture this to show their friends that they're here live. If you are in Kazakhstan right now, it appears that today there are still some tickets left. You can check online, ITTF.com. Seeing it live is always very exciting. Not only a chance to meet the players, but being a part of the action while it's happening. We've got 2 tables going side by side today. Later in the tournament, it'll be down to one TV table. So many different things to be settled here. In terms of doubles, there's not a Chinese pairing on the men's side of the game. A lot of people have been writing me on social media asking, Adam, why don't I see Ma Long? Where's Zhang Jike? And the qualifications require more participation. In doubles, the team has to play together 4 times to be qualified. And in singles, 5 World Tour events. So Masataka Morizono will start with the serve. From behind the table, a bending backhand. Morizono playing the deep corner. It's always interesting for me to see Morizono and Oshima very comfortable in the counter-attack game from behind the table. Harimoto tends to be right on top of the bounce. Very aggressive, less of a touch player. Kizukuri from behind the table. Comfortable to loop from either side. Again, his forehand can cover most of the table, but confident with his backhand as well. There's that flat punching shot back the counter from the 18 and the 14-year-old side. Harimoto from below the table. We don't see that so much, the low spinny shot. Softer spinny shot. Kizukuri leaves an awkward ball that dips out in front, and Oshima trouble with the contact. Again, it's tough to hit a very spinny ball when the ball's on its drop out in front of you, especially with the backhand side. First towel break, and they're tied up 3 points apiece. No coaches in the corner, as it is an all-Japanese affair. See how much less rotation was on the serve than the push. Harimoto might either try to flip that the other way or touch it softly when there's little rotation. Spinny pendulum serve for the point. Definitely a lot of fire on both sides. I feel like Morizono and Oshima have a stronger history together. Kizukuri a little trouble there on the receive, going aggressive. Well placed right into the body of Oshima. It's going to be tough for Yuya Oshima to make a shot with the precision that he wants from there. Harimoto in position, plays it into the backhand of Morizono for the point. This is the Harimoto that's so successful in singles, bringing out his game here over the table in doubles. Short game, the modern backhand receive. Oh, Harimoto with a touch shot. So rare we see that. He changes his mind, takes the spin off the ball. Really shallow. Look, there's almost no rotation, and Morizono has to rush in to get it before its second bounce. Clever idea. I'm impressed to see this development in Harimoto's game. We're used to him playing the quick pace game, aggressive patterns. But to change up the pace like that and play soft, especially from below the table and wide. Flat hit goes wild off Harimoto's racket. Yuya Oshima, 2015. Japan Open, maybe? Taking down 3 of the world's top 15. Thinking China Open, actually, because Japan Open is where Ma Long got beaten by Sean Quinn. Yuya Oshima hasn't had the single success since 2015 that we've seen. Longer serve, jamming up Morizono. Can't let the receiver get too comfortable. Two serves in a row, Morizono says. Tries to wait patiently, but spinning it to the short side of the table is trouble. Harimoto and Kizukuri up by 2. It's a good setup. Harimoto just missing the counter. He's in position, expects it there wide. There it is, forehand flip, 2 game points for the young pair, 3rd tile break of the game. On 1 foot, Harimoto with the reach. He does have more wingspan than anybody on the court right now. Now his father, Yu Harimoto, not especially tall. An attempted inside-out forehand flip goes long, 11-8. The 16-year-old average team in red takes game number 1 in the all-Japanese battle here at the quarterfinals for men's doubles. We'll be back for game number 2 right after this. As the players come back to the table, you can see the difference in the left and right arm of Masataka Morizono. Pretty drastic, probably the most pronounced difference between right and left arm I can think of on the World Tour, although that is typical in racket sports. So Yuto Kizukuri starting off with the serve here. Their team leading 1-0. Now you could hear by the sound that was a fast, long serve, just the timing of the bounces. It's one of the beauties of table tennis. If you don't see for a moment, you can still infer certain details. 2 in a row, bold long serves. Morizono's been burned on long serves a few times. We saw 2 serves in a row in the last game from Harimoto. Also trouble for Morizono. Morizono is so quick to get in over the table. That could make him a bit shy. Kizukuri with the soft inside-out flip. Watch this placement one more time. Morizono very quick to jump. We see that a lot, the quick short stroke backhands. Reaction almost punches there. Soft spinny ball from Harimoto, more variety in his game. I think this is something we will see, and there are a lot of questions. Tomokazu Harimoto, one of the most watched players in the men's game right now in the world. Smart placement, plays it out to the forehand side, sees Oshima turning the corner. As soon as he hops, ball goes the other way and he's a little bit out of position. Stiff arm flip from over the table, gets them in early. First tile break of the game, Kizukuri and Harimoto leading by 2. Yeah, I'm very curious. I think it was last tournament I saw Harimoto in the airport walking and talking about touch. He doesn't consider himself a touch player, and I would agree with him on that, but we're starting to see more variety. I think wisdom comes with age. Timo Boll talked about that. 2017 to 2005, 12 years between him. See how Morizono handles the receive. He had 2 long serves in a row last time. And this time he backs off a little bit. Long serve again, not quite deep enough on the table. Could be effective if the opponent's coming in. Morizono rather, picking up on the pattern. Once again, the long serve, it seems like it's taken its toll and needs a break. A little bit of a refresher, a short serve here and there, maybe half long. Nice placement right back to where it came from. And a timeout here. 1 point differential. Harimoto and Kizukuri calling their timeout pretty early. This is a sign of maturity for me. Again, without coaches in the corner, timeouts tend to come a little bit later. This is a best-of-5 match, so going up 2-0 could be quite crucial. Game number 2, big pivot point in the match. Thinking about the long serves that have been sent to Morizono. If they can be played more to the middle of the table, again, it's tougher to serve a long serve there because it's a bit shorter. So a service error could likely come in that situation. But off the backhand corner, Morizono's been stepping back a little bit. We will see, rarely do we see a cameraman wearing shades inside. Looking right up at the bright lights possibly. Final countdown here as the timeout will come to an end. It's the 14 and the 18-year-old. We're having the main conversation right now that called the timeout. Both sides, of course, using the opportunity. If you're a little newer to table tennis in a match, each side gets 1 timeout. So the pairing in red has exhausted their timeout. Their lifeline is gone. Fired up and vocal on the receive. Back from the timeout, we'll see. That rocket backhand goes long. Kizukuri a little bit lower percentage today so far than I've seen him on the World Tour. Quality play. Oshima getting way low, hand to the ground. I was impressed again with Harimoto's touch shot early on, the receive. Smart play, Kizukuri spins it soft. Heavy spin, but plays it shallow on the table. He's got Morizono way behind. The aggression ball will not come down from this camera angle. That ball hits the net clamp and comes up like that. If it comes down on the right side of the table, the ball's still in play. You can tell from the model of this table that it will leave little controversy, like the point we saw with Timo versus Lin Gaoyuan that hit the table right near the net clamp. Still a lead for the pair in red. So the 2-point lead quickly recovered. Kizukuri's first loop, that is what has come down to a lot of the time here. Third ball for Harimoto, let's see. Again, the opening loop for Kizukuri, a little bit soft. Puts Harimoto into a blocking position here. And it's batting practice for the pair in black. The big swings coming out of Oshima and Morizono. So while typically the first attack is to the advantage, whoever takes it, but it has to be a quality one. If the opponents can sucker the opponents into a soft opening attack, they'll be confident countering the ball. We see this tactic all the time with top Chinese players. Ma Long versus Fan Zhendong at the World Championships final. And from up 8-6, it's now 4 points in a row that Morizono and Oshima have won. 2 game points to tie it up. Third towel break of the game, and you can see the stress settling in a little bit on Harimoto. Both players deep in thought on the receive. That's the type of opening that Kizukuri is successful with. When he gets in over the table, goes deep with the backhand drive. 1 game point saved, 1 more to go. Second serve here for Morizono and Oshima. And the flip pays off. Oshima into the backhand side, 11-9, takes the point and the game over Kizukuri and Harimoto, and we'll be back for game 3 to see who steps into the lead right after this. Back for game number 3. Serve will be on the side of Morizono. Tied up at 1 game apiece. We've got the 2nd seeds in black versus the 6th seeds. Nobody's shaking it out to stay loose out there more than the fighter, Morizono. Right off the bounce, the angle from Harimoto. Well in position to take that 4th ball attack. Spinny Chiquita there. Nice combination from the young pair. Oh, service there, the pressure to keep it short. Unbelievable attempt. You so want to see this point continue, but on 2 occasions you saw players, maybe 3 in a row, where they wanted to attack and had to go for a soft shot from below the table. 1 over and then 2 after from under. Nice change here from Harimoto. We're seeing all sorts of innovation in Harimoto's game. That backhand, the grip on his racket. You might have noticed in his push from the backhand side. Kept the grip loose, softened it up. Which can be quite rare to do from behind the table like he was. Again, this is partially court sense, recognizing where the opponent is when the opponent's deep behind the table. If you can get away with a push from deep on your side of the table. Smart play, deep long push. First towel break of the game. And we've got a 5-1 lead for the young pair. Just amazing to think about which players love table tennis the most, who really enjoys it. Harimoto started playing at 2 years old, both his parents playing in China. He was born in Sendai, Japan, though. Little conversation here with the assistant and the umpire. Fast long serve, trouble for Morizono. Once again, the placement. This is right on the backhand line. Very bold serve. He recovered 2 of those long serves earlier on in the match. When they're fired up like this and aggressive, they are very tough to stop. Again, Harimoto, one of the most aggressive players in the world. That's his thing. He sees the speed coming in, doesn't hesitate, forces himself to play the aggressive game. The open face of the racket changed to the flip. Just long there. Ooh, nice chop block there. Oshima sends it back with some side and underspin. A little bit more loose style. After all, Oshima is the only one with the loose shirt, the untucked shirt out here. Ooh, soft spinny flip to receive the backhand spin shot. This is a big lead before for the pair in red. When Harimoto plays those in-between shots, it can be tough, especially with the opponents close to the table. Again, he's been innovating and playing soft shots throughout this match, but at the start of this game had been very successful aggressively. Oh, smart play, risky as he slides in near the umpire's booth. Oshima right down the line makes it a 1-point game. Cleaning the bottom of the shoe there with the hand. Morizono ready for some fast footwork as always. A few times now that Kizukuri's had trouble in the counter game from behind the table, which is interesting considering how strong he's been showing in that type of rally in singles matches on the World Tour. One of my favorite, most memorable matches this year was Yuto Kizukuri versus Quadri Aruna of Nigeria. A little bit of fortune here, but the flip comes down either way to take the point. Back in the lead by 1, the young pair in red. There we go, the power. This time the ball sits up a little bit more. Kizukuri in position. This is much more of a drive than a reactionary loop. Takes it from up high, arm behind the head. Extra spin on that ball. Could hear the umpire asking them to please play, no delay of game. He's trying to get that racket low, the tip down. On a few occasions, we've seen serves that sit up just another inch or two. And Kizukuri's opening attack can be so aggressive deep on the table. But with a well-placed half-long serve, Morizono's been able to deter that receive. Wow, Harimoto going bold with the forehand flip. Third towel break of the game. 2 game points now for a 2-1 lead with Harimoto and Kizukuri. Reads the spin perfectly. He's on his way down. Feet in the air. Harimoto successful. This one left a little shorter and wider. Harimoto has to get in a little bit later. By that time, the ball is dropped. 1 game point left. Are we going to see a risky serve deep into the backhand? Morizono's had trouble with it on and off throughout the match. But the long serve to Oshima on the receive, of course, and it's well handled. Morizono covering so quick to go to the ground. It's one of the best things about watching him play doubles, both him and Oshima. They will fall to the ground to get their shot on the table and get back up quickly for the next shot. So 2 game points saved. Game points, that is. First deuce now. So many quality loops here. That's 3 in a row for the streak. Morizono and Oshima up with a game point now. On top of the bounce, both of his feet were in the air for that counter loop. So it was Harimoto who made the long serve, the pendulum serve to Morizono's backhand side. And it looked like it might have paid off here as Morizono creeps in over the table for the backhand receive. 4 straight points for Morizono and Oshima to go up 2 games to 1, and we'll be back for game number 4 right after this. Back for game number 4, Yuto Kizukuri to start off with the serve. Despite having 2 game points in the third, they're down 1-2. Placement on the flip, Harimoto watches patiently. Again at this level, even a 70% shot can have enough pace if the placement's right. Oh, right off the bounce, Kizukuri smothers the ball for the winner. So quick. Bold play, Harimoto. Textbook classic drive, and Kizukuri on the run. Oshima taking the backhand from the forehand side. Sacrificing a little bit of speed for spin there to get the early aggressive shot. So interesting, the difference in build, the difference in physicality of each of these players. They've all got the leg muscles, they've all got the quads out here. But in terms of height, upper body strength, looseness when they play, there's definitely some variety here in the wingspans. First towel break of the game, and it's a 2-point lead now for Kizukuri and Harimoto. Their only chance to win this match is in the deciding game number 5. All other doubles matches after this will become best of 7. Only at the World Tour Grand Finals, folks. This one goes loose, long push attempt. Harimoto's reaction, he seemed a bit surprised there, almost as if to say, why that shot? Seemed like it just got loose there. Chop block goes out. I don't see Oshima doing so many chop blocks. That's the second time I've seen it so far this match. First one was successful. We do have one of the most prolific chop blockers in the world, if not the, Koki Niwa, here at this tournament. All right down the line, Harimoto, bold and beautiful. Outstanding points! Every single shot from about 5 on in this rally, and on his back can just hear the sound of making the winning shot. Morizono cannot see the table at all from here. Look at this, on the fall, action movie style right there. Get ready to see that one in the highlights. Clips the table, but still manages to make the shot. Oshima, a dangerous ball. Checking his racket to make sure it's not cracked or broken on the rubber side. If the blade or the rubber is too damaged, he will be instructed to get a new racket, his spare. We've seen that happen before. Soft touch over the table. They come all the way back. What, 3 in a row now for Morizono and Oshima. That 1 point with Morizono falling to his back, which you will definitely get to see again and again, I can guarantee you. After that, it seemed like the mentality on the other side was just too scarring. It's funny how points have different effects on the opponent. Oh, but right back down the line. Morizono says, why hit it there? He played an excellent shot. But you can see one more time, Harimoto under pressure. Waiting on the backhand corner. This is one thing about the Japanese culture that we see in the doubles pairings. Taking responsibility, the apology. Very rarely do you see any blame. Simply an apology whenever someone wins a point. It's my fault, I take responsibility. I think that's very important for the mentality of a pair in doubles as well. Never place blame, keep your teammate empowered. 7 points apiece. Everybody's got the touch, but Harimoto finds the first attack to set ahead the winning point here. Or the point to take the lead anyway, to go up 8-7. Way behind the table, winning backhand. Oshima dangerous. This is not in his sweet spot either. This was played into the middle. To make a backhand like that from close to the elbow, watch where he takes this shot from. Okay, a little bit out in front there, starts to move his feet, but it was played onto the body. Good movement in the backhand court. It's also not easy to play the ball from out in front that much, from way behind the table. Just a little bit earlier on the shot. Those long serves, whenever Morizono creeps in for the backhand, the long serve is paid off. I think 2 times in a row Kizukuri played the serve long. Morizono was effective when he waited patiently. Long to the backhand side, half long to the middle of the table, a little bit on the shorter side. A little bit of a guessing game. Is Morizono going to try and come in with that backhand? He will not. Behind the table, way deep, the kicking shot. Now this wasn't enough last game. 2 game points for Kizukuri and Harimoto. That arm, like Ma-Lin, back behind the head. So much rotation. Kizukuri just trying to put everything he can into that ball. We see this from Quadri Aruna as well. Forehand that comes behind the head. Second warning for Harimoto and Kizukuri. No yellow card though. Simply another verbal warning, please play. 2 game points for the young pair on the receive. And a little break off the top of the net. The fortune favors the young and the bold. 11-8, we're going to game number 5, the deciding game in this match. Stick around, it's coming up right after this. Here we are back for game number 5, the most exciting game, the game that will determine who survives and who will go home after the first round. Of course, these players staying to support their teammates, but who will be knocked out of the tournament? It is Masataka Morizono to start off with the serve. Wow, surprise Oshima, leaving skid marks on the floor on Harimoto's side. That's how surprising that shot was. Best floor in the world. Cannot support a player who's trying to move that quickly at the last moment. Beautiful counter once again, short side. Oshima with some big shots in the later part of this match. This is the type of aggression I'm used to seeing from Morizono and Oshima. Falling nearly to the ground every shot. That's what it takes. Morizono putting that extra side spin on it with the top spin. Now, before the match started, I told you that Yuto Kizukuri has typically carried a lot more weight than his world ranking would suggest, but so far, his percentages have been leaving a lot of work up to Harimoto. Harimoto playing the best doubles match I've seen from him in a long time. These counters. Morizono turning the corner so quickly, anticipating, look at that stroke. His racket has to be up so high to make contact with it. This is why at the professional level you see them holding the racket up so high, these short stroke shots. A lot of speed coming in, you don't need to have as much backswing on it. First point for the young Japanese pairing. Little change of heart there, the double pump. They're going to switch sides of the table after this first towel break here. Harimoto and Kizukuri, a little bit of trouble. Good placement right at the baseline. Touch sits up a little bit. That was where Kizukuri realized he had the attack opportunity. He's made this shot several times before, but it's always tough when you're set up for a push and then you quickly try to recover, force the attack. Soft flip goes long. We've seen greater comebacks throughout the year. 5-1 seems pretty devastating. Interesting look there from Morizono. Sort of in between smile and grimace. Imagine right now 3-5, the pressure building. Instead, Oshima and Morizono lead 6-2. Oshima really sizing up the opponent. Harimoto right down the middle into the body. Again, the length on that touch shot. It was Morizono who was stuck at the back of the table. Good touch ball from Kizukuri to set up that attack for Harimoto. There's the backhand that Kizukuri's been looking for. From behind the table, gets the big counter in. A 2-point game now. Better late than never, but even in the 11-point game, there's a bit of time here. Still a ways to go. Little deeper push cross court. Morizono leaves Harimoto a little bit in indecision. It's a tough placement. Harimoto's gone for the flip many times successfully, but trying to play the push short late is always a difficult task. Still in it, second towel break of the game, and just 2 points between the teams. You know, it's interesting, no matter which team moves on, we know that they're both capable of beating the best teams in the world. One of the strongest pairings here, although Maharu Yoshimura and Jin Ueda, the top seeds in the men's doubles. Maharu Yoshimura has been the most successful player for the men of Japan this year. At least in doubles. Top of the net and just out. It's a big point. Again, the pivot between 7-6 and 5-8, that difference so close. Soft touch, Harimoto plays it perfectly just behind the net. Now, the way things have been continuing, this is like in a race, just 2 steps behind. This is about the time where Harimoto and Kizukuri need to run in front of their opponents here, pass them by. Dangerous shot in over the table. We know Harimoto's not afraid, or at least we've seen that he's not afraid, cutting his hand on the back of the table in the past for similar shots. Man, that's some fire. Quality attack, a 2-point game once again. The difference between 10-6 and 9-7, mentally speaking, still a lot of pressure on both sides. For some reason, I feel like there's more pressure on Morizono and Oshima. Maybe it's just the read of the body language or the facial expressions out there, watching how it settles. Ooh, this one looks like it sits up a little bit. Timeout here. A very late timeout. The towel toss, Oshima and Morizono leading by 1, 9-8. Kizukuri and Harimoto with 2 in a row under pressure. The change of placement on the table. Again, from the camera angle, it's sometimes tough to tell from up and behind how high the ball is sitting. You can see spatially where the ball is on the table in terms of the plane of the table, that it was deeper to the forehand a bit. So we will see. It's been back and forth throughout. Harimoto has made more of the big shots for his team so far, but Kizukuri's come out with some big ones from behind the table. Big forehand attack, and did you see that? A pat on the chest. The 14-year-old to the 18-year-old, you have to imagine, said something along the lines of believe in yourself. You're an incredible player. Your forehand is solid. When you see the shot, go for it. And sometimes that's all a player needs to hear. You could have missed a shot 5 times throughout the match, but if you can make it at the end of the match just once, get back to, say, the shots you've been making on the World Tour throughout the year, find that peace and calmness, find that place of confidence. We will see. Both Harimoto and Kizukuri have their work cut out for them, down by 1. Oshima with the serve off the timeout. Wow! Again, a change of heart. Morizono, dangerous at the back of the table. Kizukuri went for the attack, made the shot. Morizono was turning the corner already. Look at this ball. If it comes down, he's going to lie down on the ground to get out of the way. Oof, he says, barely escaped that point. 2 match points for Morizono and Oshima. When it was the other way, we saw 4 points in a row from Oshima and Morizono. That was game number 3. Oh, the backhand goes long. Oshima and Morizono take it 11-8 in game number 5. What a performance. The top 2 seeds have knocked out the 14 and 18-year-olds who played an incredible match. But we will see the pairing, the classic pairing of Masataka Morizono and Yuya Oshima continue on to the men's doubles semifinals. We've got a short break and then we'll be back with 4 more matches for you. Stick around. You're watching the World Tour Grand Finals.